Happy Sunday morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me again. Today, we are going to spend a relaxing day at home. By relaxing, I mean we are not going to attempt any big projects, although we will try to tackle some small projects. And the first thing we are going to do is bake a glorious loaf of applesauce bread. And we can enjoy the bread later for afternoon tea. So I have my 9 by 5 inch loaf pan here, which I did grease with some vegetable spray. And then just for further anti-stick insurance, I'm adding a piece of parchment to the bottom of the pan. And I am preheating my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. You don't need a stand mixer or even an electric mixer for this recipe. All you need is 2 bowls and a whisk and maybe a spoon. So I'm going to weigh out 260 grams or 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I always weigh out my flour. Then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And whisk. I made this same bread the other day, and it's really incredible. It's very moist. It's fragrant with cinnamon. I just love it. Speaking of cinnamon, I forgot to add it. 1 teaspoon. So I'm going to set my dry ingredients aside, and then we'll work on the wet. And I'm going to mix these in a large bowl. I need 1 egg, and I'm going to beat that. Then I need 1 1/4 cups or 295 grams of applesauce. This is organic, unsweetened applesauce. Just beat that in. 1/4 cup or 60 mils of oil. I used avocado oil. Then I need a 1/2 cup or 120 mils of plain yogurt. And a 1/2 cup or about 105 grams of brown sugar. You could use light or dark brown sugar here. The brown sugar plus the cinnamon will give the loaf a gorgeous brown color. And finally, about a 1/2 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. This smells wonderful. Clear the decks. Then stir the dry ingredients into the wet. You don't want to overmix here. Just mix until the flour disappears into the batter. And pour the batter into the prepared loaf pan. This goes into the preheated oven until the bread puffs and browns and the skewer inserted in the center comes up clean. It's going to be 45 to 55 minutes. In my oven, I know that it's exactly 50 minutes. While the applesauce bread is baking, I'm going to clean up my workstation, and then I want to bring you up to the kitchen garden. As part of our relaxing Sunday, we are going to dig for buried treasure in the kitchen garden. I am bringing along a cardboard box that will hold our potential loot.
Turn around and show your face. Let me see parts of you.
So this is the potato bed. I planted the seed potatoes back in May. I have no idea how the potatoes performed, but we shall see. Ooh. Here's a nice one. I don't remember the name of this variety, but I think it's a yellow fleshed potato. I'm going to move this irrigation out of the way. And I'm not going to harvest all of the potatoes today because we're trying to have a relaxing day. I just want to harvest a few. Oh, and here they come. I split this one. I'll have to eat this tonight. Oh, big worms. Oh, nice. Oh, look at these beautiful worms. Oh. Means my soil is in good condition. Red potatoes. I think the variety is called Red Pontiac. Well, this was a good start to the potato harvest. I still have the rest of this bed to do, but we will save that for another day. Let's go check on our bread. Our beloved contractor has been resurfacing the roof of the music room. He told me that massive rain is in the forecast, so he will need to finish the job today. And that is good news indeed. We return to the house just at the right moment. Our applesauce bread is done. Look at this. The bread turned out beautifully. I'm going to let it cool for about 5 minutes, and then I will unmold it. The bread has cooled for about 10 minutes, so here we go. Well, I think this is a beautiful loaf. Of course, we have to let it cool completely before we can cut into it for afternoon tea. And speaking of tea, I'm out of Darjeeling tea. So we are going to make a quick trip to Tierra Farm to buy some tea, and we might stop at a local nursery to buy some hyacinth bulbs. So take a drive with me.
It's the same old story being told inside my head. I'm too shy to straighten up my bones and be a man. I gotta tear this wall apart to let you in.
Tierra Farm has the best coffee, the best tea, and the best organic fair trade seeds and nuts. Although the farm is only 4 minutes from my house, you can shop here too online. I will link the farm's website and a code to receive free shipping in the description below this video.
Tear my world apart.
On to the local plant nursery. which is about 30 seconds up the road from Tierra Farm. And here are the hyacinth bulbs I was after. Before we leave the nursery, let's check out some of the plants in the nursery's front garden. I love this autumn crocus. And I am madly in love with this beauty bush and its brilliant purple berries. One more quick stop, and then we can head home. Well, that was a relaxing trip. I got my Darjeeling tea. We got some hyacinths. I will show you what I'm going to do with the hyacinths in just a moment. And I have my asters, at least I think these are asters, and I will show you what I'm going to do with these in a future video because right now it's a secret. And I wanted to mention, you probably notice all of the scratches on my hands. There's a good reason for these. In fact, there's a very fun reason for these, but I will talk about that more in a future video. Hyacinths are Dutch bulbs, so called because they require a 12-week-long dark, cold rooting period before they will bloom. You can plant them outdoors, of course. I want these to bloom indoors in winter, so I am going to vase them right now. And I have both the, what is this? This is a Delft blue mixture. So I have in each package 3 blue hyacinth bulbs and 3 white. I'm only going to plant the blue ones today. You can plant these in a pot. I'm going to plant them in these hyacinth vases. And all you do is add enough water to just tickle the base of the bulbs. You slip them in just like that. If I can find these vases on Amazon, I will link them in the description below. I've had these vases for years and years. Hyacinth vases have been around since, I think, the 18th century. Forcing bulbs for indoor bloom was very popular hundreds of years ago. And then I have these taller hyacinth vases. So this is the end of September. I will put these in cold, dark storage today. And by the end of December, or rather on New Year's Day, I will bring these out of cold storage and they will all bloom about 3 weeks later. And of course, hyacinths are super fragrant. If you love the scent outdoors, just wait till you catch a whiff of the scent inside your own home. It's really something. And that's all there is to it. I'm going to put these in cold storage, which is my little tiny Frigidaire that I bought on Amazon when my big fridge broke down. If you store bulbs in your refrigerator, you just have to make sure to keep ripening fruit out, because ripening fruit, like apples, give off ethylene gas, which can sterilize the bulbs. And what about these white bulbs? Well, I'm going to save them to plant in the outdoor garden. I have forced hyacinths for many, many years, and I have lots of pictures displaying them in my various windows, so I will put some of those pictures in this video. I like to display my vased hyacinths on the latch ledge of a window. The hyacinths look rather dramatic against a background of snow. And just like that, it's time for afternoon tea. And we are going to enjoy this Darjeeling autumnal tea that we bought together at Tierra Farm. This is the most fragrant Darjeeling I have ever been aware of. And I can put a link to Tierra Farm in the description below if you are interested. They ship nationally. Here's our beautiful applesauce bread. I keep wanting to call this a cake because it is a sweet sort of bread. And it's still a little warm. Look at that. Has a beautiful crumb. Follow me into the music room. Some tea. Really wonderful. What I'm interested in right now is this applesauce bread. Now you could put softened butter on this or even confectioner's sugar, but honestly, the bread is so moist, it doesn't require anything extra. This bread really knocks it out of the park. Again, it's moist. It has a wonderful cinnamon flavor and perfume. The crust is a little bit crisp. I think it's one of the best things on earth, and I hope you will give the recipe a try. I will link the recipe below. So all of the activities that we've done so far today have been not only relaxing to me personally, but they've been fun to do. And in the comments, let me know if you find baking, maybe a little bit of harvesting, to be relaxing as well. Because one man's idea of relaxation may be quite different from another man's idea of relaxation. Now, I don't have to cook any dinner tonight because Mr. Fox and I are going out. And when we return home, I'm going to light a fire and I'm going to dive into my current book, which is called The Joy Luck Club. It's not my book, I didn't write it, but I'm reading it for our book club. And so far, I find the book is really fascinating. If you know of the Joy Luck Club, leave a comment below. So thank you for spending this relaxing day with me. And if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate if you would click the like button. Take good care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video, which I think will be Thursday. All right, I'll see you then. Bye for now.